Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick review on the DREVO GRAMR 84 key backlit mechanical keyboard. I've had this keyboard for a few months now. I've got some pretty good use out of it. So let's just take a quick look at it. So the first thing you'll notice about this keyboard is its weight. It's got a good heft to it. It's a little bit surprising considering its size. It's a compact, smaller keyboard, but it's got a good weight to it. In my opinion, it's a good thing because I like it when my electronics have a good heftiness to it. Gives it a feeling of quality, gives it a feeling of durability. It's good to know you're purchasing something that's going to last. This is definitely, just based off weight, feels like it falls in that category. In addition to the weight, the board itself just has very good build quality. You really have to try hard to flex this board. There's very little, I would say almost no flex on this board. Even though the entire thing seems to be built out of plastic, you can probably assume that there's some sort of metal plating on the inside keeping this together, because in addition to its compact form, it's just honestly built like a tank. So let's get some of the boring stuff out of the way. Let's take a look at the back of the keyboard. It's got some pretty standard stuff back here. You can see there's 4 little rubberized tabs, keep the keyboard from moving around and sliding when you have it on your desk. In addition to the 4 little rubber feet, you got these 2 little feet that sort of kick up. You can obviously use them to adjust the angle of your board. The board itself already has a pretty good thickness, so even if you had it level, I feel like it would still have a little bit of an angle to it. I always kind of like my keyboards at an angle, but with this one, I have a tendency to use it just flat without using these 2 little feet. You also notice the sticker has some information on the board itself, the serial number, the website where you can get more information, and the make and model itself. Right above that sticker, you got this little USB plate, I would call it. So it's basically a plastic built-in plate that's going to keep the USB cable from falling out or accidentally getting pulled out. It's a good little option. Also, it's removable. You can see there's 2 screws here, which is always great. Speaking of USB cable, the keyboard itself comes with nice red and black braided type material around the USB. The matte finish is very well done, very quality. Definitely kind of avoids fingerprints and stains and that type of stuff. Of course, you're going to have your typical dust buildup depending on where you have your keyboard. But I felt like it did a great job at protecting against scratches and that type of thing. So even though these aren't genuine quality MX blue switches, they're a pretty good replica, pretty good clone of them. And they have a pretty good sound and pretty good feel. We'll take a closer look at some of the sounds that you get off typing in a minute. So even though these aren't genuine MX blue switches, they're pretty good clones, pretty good replicas. They sound great. I think they have a really good little nice, just clickety clack, classical typing sound of them. It really makes typing with them very enjoyable. Also, the tactile feel you get from typing is very satisfying. You don't have to press super hard, but you do have to put a little bit of attention to it. So certain keys sound a little bit different, simply based on their size and their location on the keyboard. So I'm going to go through the tedious process of pressing each key. That way you can get a good idea what they sound like. So in addition to already being a pretty solid keyboard, this thing has built-in backlighting, which is really cool. So the keyboard itself comes with a few built-in functions already there, as well as some effects that you can test out. With the list here on this little sheet that DREVO provides when you first buy the board. So let's take a look. So it's great that they give you the option to adjust the brightness of the keyboard itself. So you can do that pressing the function and then the up and down keys. So right now we'll put it on the low setting, that's actually off. You can see that certain keys will stay on. And then we can scale up to the brightest. So let's take a look at some of the built-in effects. Typically accessed by pressing the function and then left arrow key. So the first one is sort of what I call a ripple effect. When you press the key, the surrounding keys light up. It's pretty cool. Next up, you have the snake effect. So as you can see, it's just sort of going back and forth between each row. As you type, it keeps just going across the rows. It doesn't really, your typing doesn't really get in the way of the snake effect. Next up, we have keys on and off. So this one, you press the key, stays on for a bit, then turns off. There's one more worth mentioning. I believe it's function to the right, and that should give it a breathing effect. So in addition to the keyboard, it's worth mentioning they come with a couple other things. Fortunately, I've had this keyboard for a while, so the original box is long gone. But it does come with this little piece of paper with some instructions on some of the effects and things, different things you can do with the keyboard and the functions. And also this covering here, which is useful if you get a lot of dust in your room, or maybe if you have toddlers and you don't want to spill something on it. It's good to keep around. I recommend holding onto it. Pretty sturdy and useful. So overall, I felt like this is a really good quality budget keyboard. I was able to purchase it for 40 bucks. I'll put a link in the description where you guys can buy it. So if you're looking for something quality, something affordable, I definitely recommend this keyboard. So check it out. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and see you next time.